Leaving Dominica, the beautiful lush natural island where we saw most of the attractions with very few people due to the hurricane. A lot of hurricane damage, but they're getting over it gradually. And we're heading to the Saints, 3 islands, just 20 miles ahead of us at this speed with a nice 14-15 knots on a broad reach. We should be there by lunchtime in 3 hours. Nice 9.5 knots on a nice beam reach in 17-18 knots of wind. Going very fast, this little boat. Big swells coming across, so we're wobbling around a bit. But generally just the odd splash across the deck and a few rattles from below. Sailing very conservatively because our vang's not working very well. Even so, we're doing good speed. It's beam reach. Woo! Occasionally a big swell against us. This is our bandage job to stop the hydraulic oil going on the deck. Really doesn't look like we're doing 9-10 knots. Just as we are. Just so easy once you're off the wind with this boat. She just flies along. It's forecast today at 2 to 3 meters, but doesn't look like it. Maybe the occasional, oh, that's a big one, like that one. Okay, that was a 2 meter one for sure. Ooh, it was a big one. Rocking around like this and this sort of swell, this is where a 54-foot yacht actually feels pretty small. We are having a fast but rolly sail going to the Saints here, occasionally hitting 10 knots like that, even seen 11 up once, and pretty heavily reefed as well, although we are still on main Genoa. Coming into the Saints now, we've just gone from a depth of 1 kilometre to 65 metres in about half a mile. Quite a shelf there. Dominica disappears into the background. We'll see it again next week when we go back down to Martinique. And we are coming into the Saints. The outset, quite a dry set of islands. As you can see, we are rock and rolling a bit in this better if I hand steered. And the sun is out in the Saints. This is the dinghy dock and the Bourg. Cloudy Bay's dinghy, of course, always the smartest. We hope. Maybe we're a bit biased. There's the ferry dock. This is the cute little high street, or part of it. Very pretty little buildings. Very French. Let's say very European. This is the centre of Le Bourg. Quite chic-ish. Come hippie-ish. Last night at 6 o'clock, when the ferries were ready to leave, this was packed. Cute little city hall there, the Mairie. A little square. Very nice light today. It's all go at the Mairie this morning. Busy, busy, busy. I wonder what's happening.
Maybe a wedding?
Free champagne, maybe? This is heaven. Heaven?
I cannot talk. I'm busy. Merci beaucoup.
Caught on camera.
I can eat this.
This ice cream really is delicious. This is our third visit here in a day and a half. We are in the middle of La Bourg. Just had a delicious ice cream, and Juana is buying cakes. Isn't she the cutest? Transport today, only 2 wheels. Of course, we're in France, it's got to be a scooter. And this is the Grand Anse, which again could be a very nice beach if it wasn't for the ubiquitous weed. Pauline on Terre-de-Haut in the Saints. A little bit of a different experience to yesterday, where we are totally alone in the fort in Dominica. Looking across to Hallberg-Rassy and the Atlantic. Across there, Dominica. Very windy up here. This is the bay in the Bourg town. Very pretty with the sun out. Reputed to be one of the prettiest bays in the world. I'm not quite sure where they get that from, but it is nice. And over there is Dominica, and you can see the sea is just boiling today. We came across on the right day yesterday, that's for sure. Plage de Pompier, which is supposed to be the most popular one, and crowded. Told us to get here early. It's deserted. Obviously trying to clear it with the tractor, but it's just coming thick and fast. Swimming costume? Come on.
I think it's coming out.
Come on, let's go in. Quick paddle.
After you.
Quick paddle. Well, I thought I'd follow you. It's only weed. This is pain de sucre. Sugar bread. Quite a pretty beach. Ruined by the house behind that's obviously monopolised it. It looks like nice snorkeling. Maybe we'll come round here and get a buoy. This is a half decent wild beach. No weed for some reason, I wonder why that is. This is Anse Rodrigue. Or Rodriguez, is it? And this one doesn't have too much weed. But I still don't want to go for snorkeling. Thank you very much. So dry here, look at it. Compared to what we saw in Dominica, it's just amazingly dry. Oops, did we really bring the scooter down there?
It's not ours.
It's not ours, no that's not ours, ours was a red one. Oh, that is a red one. They said we couldn't off-road. What they didn't say is that the brakes didn't work. Ready? You coming or not? 50cc. That's like 49 for me, 1 for Wanna. A scene that captures the Caribbean. Roaming chickens, fish traps, abandoned boats, and yet it's a site of natural protection. Oh, and rain clouds. Oh, and weed. Oh, and naughty tourists who brought their scooter down on the beach. Did you fall off? I didn't notice. How long have you been walking for? I thought it got a bit light.
My 50 kilos were too much for this scooter. That was a hill and a half.
I've puffed our way up on the scooter to the top of Terre-de-Haut. It's hard to keep the camera still because the wind's blowing like crazy. fort we were at this morning. Every beach you can see down there we have been on. View across there to the high part of Guadeloupe in the distance. Good view. And up here is a fort. But we've been foiled because we can't get up. Well, there is a rope. We don't fancy rope climbing. Our winches seems to have descaled itself here. All the chrome's come off. It's 8 years old, but it's not been used that much.
Shiny.
Yeah, and just to make sure that we don't dazzle the competition around us, we hide it. We don't like to show off all our shiny bling. Ta-da! I've just put up this hammock and I've been calling all over the place for Wana and I can't find her. Wana, where are you? Wana, come and test the hammock. Oh! There she is.
Oh yeah.
What's that? Let me rock you. Rock-a-bye baby on the mast top. When the wind blows the cradle will rock. Da 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 da. I've forgotten the words. When the mast breaks, down will come baby and all gathered. Okay, bye bye. We're sinking, we're sinking! What are you thinking about? Look at that! No, those little buggers on my impeller.
Are those barnacles?
I don't know if they're barnacles, I think they're just... Well, they're crustacean, but I don't think they're barnacles. That'll do. Little buggers off for another few weeks. That is supposed to actually not do that. Bon. Leaving the Saints, the pretty little islands, heading for Martinique.